Okay guys, this is my 20-gallon hospital tank, and as you can see, I've decided to plant it. Put a lot of plants in here, and if we get closer, we will notice that we have a lot of guppies in here. A lot of guppy fries. There's one, and there's a whole bunch of guppies. As you can see, I've got fry everywhere and some of the adults everywhere. But let me get this stirred up and I'll show you what they look like in the next frame. Now, there are guppy fry all in this tank. Look at all of them. They're just swarming. And there's just swarms and swarms and swarms of them. They're kind of hard to see. But, I mean, there's literally clouds of them. As you can see, they're all down in here. I got a whole bunch of them. Look at all of them. This here's the shrimp tank. As you can tell, I've done a few changes to it. Nice and green. And it's coming along well. Let's get some close-ups for the next frame here. As you can see, I put some bloodworms in here. I got a lot of babies going on in here. They're all munching out, having some dinner. And I've got tons and tons of new babies. A lot of them try to hide, but they do come out. There's nothing else in there with them, so here's my nubia. It's put its rhizomes into the sand dirt. And by the way, people who are looking to get sand, look at that. There's dirt, and look at all that discoloration. It goes all over the top and puts discoloration all over. This used to be nice, bright sand. No more. Look at all these babies. I have hundreds and hundreds of shrimp babies and shrimps in here. They're just everywhere. They've done really, really good. Got some shrimp here. They're all crawling around. Sorry about the dust algae. I'm still scrubbing it all off. But you know what? They're happy. They actually get on the glass and clean it up. I don't know what that is. Anyway, as you'll see, a bunch of snails in there breeding. Try to smush them up for the you see all that dust algae. Anyway, there's the shrimp. They're crawling around everywhere. There's a nice red one back there. Uh-oh, he wants to go hide. They're just everywhere in this tank that you look. Done this with a 10x macro lens. A lot of them are so small, can't see them, but the babies are just literally everywhere in the tank, and they're fearless. They pretty much go and do whatever they want to do, whatever. This here's the 110. There's been a lot of changes with it. As you can tell, I've removed all the rocks from around it, save one, and it's got Java moss on it, so it looks like this has been planted. This is slowly coming along. As you can see here, my new rainbows. When I ordered them, I was supposed to order 5 males, 5 females. Ended up getting 8 males and 2 females. There's a huge Amazon sword. I got a bunch of some more Amazon swords in there. Got some water sprite going back there, and pretty soon this stuff's going to be growing good enough to be make this tank look really nice. But here's the 39-gallon. I've added some fish to it. I did some black gravel over dirt in this one. Added some plants and got it all nice and planted, and it's growing up just fine. Some of the plants as you can tell, have grown above the water, which is good. And they're right up against the light, so anyway, I've got some Congo tetras in there. That whatever tetra it is down there, I think it's like called a skirted tetra or some crap, I don't know. Got some guppy babies, like 1,000,000 in there, and just assorted fish. I've got a Resbora in there, brilliant Resbora. Here's the 65-gallon bow front that I've replanted. It's got gravel, so I just kind of planted the plants where I want them to grow, and I'll move them around and make it look good later whenever they can pick up, because I had to move them out of another tank and everything, and so I've just replanted this. You can tell all my neons, my cardinals, are doing fine. Everything's looking good in this tank. Nothing's died. I need to raise the water level a little bit, but other than that, they're doing fine. Here's my German blue ram, and I'll give you some close-ups of him in the next frame. There's my German blue ram. He seems to be doing pretty good. He's all nice and colored up and healthy, and he seems to be really happy. And man, you know what, in almost every one of my tanks I'm having this dust algae problem. There is a Bolivian ram right there. He is mean as hell. He's mean as hell to the other Bolivian that I have in here. And they've pretty much, since I've added more plants, they've pretty much calmed it down a little. So I'm hoping that it will end. There's one, and there's the other. And there's my German blue. He's my adult German blue. I have a small one, and I don't quite know where he's at. I'm looking for him now. And my Colombian tetras. I'm looking for him now. He's just a small little guy. I bought him from Doctors Foster's and Smith. He's just a little guy, and still trying to find him. He must be hiding again. He likes to hide. There he is. There he is. There he is. There's a little guy. So he's still pretty small, but as you can tell from his behavior and from his fins, they're all straight up. He's erect, and he's pretty much doing everything that a healthy ram needs to be doing. Nice colors, nice blood, and his fins are doing quite well. He's displaying good colors. Look at him. See, when they stick their fins up like that, you know, and they have a good posture, then you know your fish is healthy. And you know, I was reading in Aquarium Fish International where you have to read your fish's body language, because it's very important into keeping and breeding fish. And